Welcome to Awakening 5D Healing. Morag here with an energy update and some breath work, some meditation and mantras and a general cosmic hug from Mama Morag. Welcome. So yeah, it's all going on. Okay. That happened. Even Dusty and Lulu are feeling the energies. Bless them. Dusty, Lulu. So yeah, it's all going on. We've got the anchoring of the divine feminine energies taking root in the collective consciousness. And this is disturbing and breaking up the very foundations of the patriarchy. The patriarchy is what the pyramid system is based on, is built on. So when we say, yeah, it's the return of the divine feminine, the age of Aquarius, the harmony and the balance again between masculine and feminine, that's the timeline that we're manifesting. That's the space we want to move into, where we transform or transfigure, transmutate the pyramid that we currently are in, which is the elite at the top and the rest of us at the bottom, where the economic structure and the political structures make sure that there is no room for manoeuvre. We want to transform this into a circle. That's what we're doing. Or a heart, but a circle would be good. The circle is sharing. The circle is recycling. The circle is re-energizing. It's a perpetual motion of give and receive and give. It's a beautiful, beautiful, high frequency space to exist in. But we are constructing it, we are engineering it, if you like, and we're doing that energetically because everything is operating on a frequency spectrum. So when we look at healing therapies like Reiki, and people say, well, how does that work? You can say the same thing about Bluetooth. We can't see Bluetooth working, but we know it works. We know two things can connect and communicate with each other. And they don't have to be in the same physical space, and they don't have to be actually physically interacting. Reiki, energy healing, it works on the same principle. Everything we do creates a vibration. Our cells are vibrating. The tiniest parts of us are vibrating. Everything is. We can vibrate negatively, or we can vibrate positively. Everything around us in the system that we have been born into, the system that we chose to come to, some call it the Matrix, some call it Babylon. Hashtag Babylon. It's breaking down. It's decommissioning. It's going offline. It can't handle the upgrades of light intervention. And as a result, it can't process or integrate those upgrades. So it's crashing, it's going offline. And we are raising our vibration so that we do not go offline with it, that we maintain a balanced core strength. And this allows us to connect to a flow, a universal flow. And this flow operates on the spectrum. It's a multidimensional quantum spectrum. This is not linear. This is not compartmentalized. This is not in boxes. This is holistic. Mind, body, spirit, micro to macro. So what we're existing in is a space where the big stuff, the really scary stuff, the nuclear bombs, the weapons, the pollution, climate crises, all these big things, the education system, politics, money, why is all the abundance in one space, and all that stuff. We can't actually do much about that. We can sign petitions, we can go on demonstrations, we can share our viewpoint, we can influence, but ultimately the way to change this system, the way to change the whole thing, to transition the whole thing, is to start with ourselves, because it's all frequency. So once we raise our vibration and others around us do the same, we tip over. And that's where we want to go. So we're just going to center ourselves again. Concentrating again on our breath. And we're going to just take a moment to let go all the worry, everything that comes at us every day, out there in the big world, more locally in our communities, and inside ourselves, inside our family and friendship and colleague network. All the spaces that cause us worry or anxiety or fear, we're just going to release that, because we can't do anything about the bigger stuff anyway, not yet. We're manifesting to change it, and we're being active in our daily lives to change it. But all that energy that we use to worry about it and freak out about it and be anxious and scared pushes our vibration into a negative frequency. So we're just going to take a moment and breathe in. And release. Letting it go. Allowing it. Recognizing it. Knowing there is negative stuff out there all the time. A million places that we can go to worry and be anxious and frightened. Release. Release. And as we draw our breath in, we draw our breath into our heart chakra, breathing into our throat and drawing that breath into the center of our chest. And as we hold our breath in the center of our chest, we connect to universal light. We connect to universal love frequencies. Breathing in and drawing that into your chest. And allowing that light to move through your heart chakra. We're going to clear any blocks. Any shadows, release. Release. Drawing that light into our heart spaces and allowing that light to move through us and round us and within us. For we are loved, and we do love. Move into those spaces. Feel the joy of good times. Feel the happiness of precious moments. Allow the good spaces to come into your heart, into your mind. Let that rainbow flow of light come through. Nature, laughter, meditation, love. Breathing in and release. Beautiful. Beautiful. So today we are in the middle of a full moon in Capricorn and a partial lunar eclipse. These energies are deep oceans. They're lunar. The moon is all about shadow work, magic, mystery, all the mystical things that have permeated our psyche, have always been out there on the edges of the matrix. And some of us have delved in and looked into all kinds of spaces where everything is etheric, everything is non-physical, non-material. This is the space we're moving into. The understanding that the spirit, our soul, the soul of Gaia, our planet, the souls of all those beings that are supporting us and helping us. This is all about us finding our divinity again. We delve into full moon energies. Allow them to flow through you. Sit in them. Give them space. If they're energizing you, go with it. Allow it. Don't think about what's next on your list. Think about what you feel like doing. What is resonating? Is it the creative stuff? Is it the nourishing stuff? Is it the admin? Each thing has its place in our assimilation into these higher frequencies. To do our admin, or to pay our bills, or to work out our calendar, this is grounding energies. These are frequencies that take us into the present and allow us to map out our timelines, to feel the security of routine and responsibility and security within this very fluctuating space. If your energies are telling you you just want to lie on the floor and listen to Pink Floyd all night, do it. The downloads will come through. You'll give yourself the space. There's no right or wrong way to deal with these celestial events. Sometimes you won't be able to move. The upgrades will be so intense, the downloads will be just coming through, and you'll just be like, wow, wow, wow. Conversation becomes very difficult. Actually formulating words when your mind is so plugged in to cosmic uploads. There you go. The voice just slows down because it's taking so much of your energy, and it's almost like we're coming in at this third dimensional echoes of the third dimension, really space that we're in. We almost are coming down from like a balloon or something way up here and trying to relate back into it. The balances between that crown chakra, pineal, assimilation into the higher frequencies, but also retaining the more grounded spaces within our core, within our solar plexus, and down into our feet, and in being grounded into the present. It's a really refined balance between the crown chakra, Akashic records, whoa, I'm floating in Zen bliss, to the anchoring our light to Gaia, to manifesting timelines of peace and harmony and joy on the material plane. Our guides know, they can see the bigger picture. They're kind of looking in, almost like an arcade game, you know, or a Sims game. People talk about us having an avatar. We are the avatar. We are the avatar inside the matrix, inside this lifetime. But our soul is present. Our higher self is like the gamer, and we are the player. And as this assimilation process takes root, we are becoming telepathically closer in connection to our gamer. We begin to understand that our words, our language, are voice activations within the game. They can see the bigger picture. They can see the storms that are coming in. They can see the cosmic light waves. They can see what the cabal, the elite, the AI, the matrix, the darker stuff. They can see it because they're outside the game. We're inside the game. And the more stillness we cultivate, and the more higher vibration we bring into our beings, the closer we get to our gamer higher self. We begin to understand the bigger variables, and we hear their instructions or their guidance. So if you like, they can see our energy levels, they can see our hydration levels, they can say to us, you're low on hydration, you're low on energy, go eat, go drink. In that sense, we are an avatar, in that we are responsible for maintaining this organic body within the fluctuating and transitioning reality that we are riding. It is like cosmic surfing. We are surfing this, trying to stay on our surfboards. So when we raise our frequencies, when we clear all that stress, when we start the wound healing, the karmic clearing, getting to know ourselves, having to look at places and spaces where maybe we felt shame, or we felt guilt, or all those things. I should probably mention the retrogrades now. Sorry. They do, I can't. I'm going to keep it to 3. The Mercury Retrograde, July the 7th to July the 31st. You got some time with him. When the little things trip you up, which Mercury Retrograde does, so you don't catch that bus, you don't make that connection, you don't, instead of allowing him or it, this situation, to bring you down, just go, "You alright, Mercury? Nice to see you retrograde again. How you doing?" And move on. The trips and traps and tricks of Mercury retrograde, the blocks, the obstacles, the friction, the tension, the shadows, they're only triggers. We can choose to respond to them how we want. We can let them ruin our day. We can say, right, I missed that train, I'm going to be late for the meeting, that's it, my whole day is completely ruined. Or we can say, okay, I missed that train, but I'll get the next one. I'll be about 20 minutes late. Just keep a low profile. Get through it. Get to my lunch. You get me? The retrograde, he's here for a reason. The karmic excavation does come from him. A lot of it. He also represents and possibly has some energetic connection to the darker elements that are occurring, that are around us. So we have to just, go with Mercury retrograde's flow. Be really, really listening to your game or your higher self, because he or she can see what's coming. Not massively in the future, because we're literally manifesting like this. So one text message, one phone call, one smile can change your timelines for that day. Yeah? What our guides will be saying to us will be smile, or step back, or slow down, or speed up. Try and listen. It comes through the gut, comes through the pineal gland, comes through shudders. All those things that old wives' tales talked about. Those instinctive responses that we have to energy that we've been told are inadequate. There's no proof. You can't see it. Really? We left Kansas some time ago. Open your mind. Open your heart. Jupiter retrograde. We've been with Jupiter's retrograde since April. I know. In it. He's just big and heavy, and he's about the foundations. We can talk about decluttering our lives, de-stressing. But Jupiter's retrograde really is, he's about the big stuff. He's about the job change, the move of house, the change of relationship. He's about the bloodline, ancestral karma. He's really bringing the masculine energies into focus. He's almost saying to us in his retrograde, here I am at my worst. Caveman, mansplaining, overt sexism, the polarity between the goddess vibration and the pyramidal, more reptilian DNA, the colder characteristics, the ruthless. That is not masculine. That has been inverted. That is the inversion of the divine masculine. The film, the book American Psycho, that really kind of got to it in a way. That this idea that the traits for a psychopath, which essentially is some horrible fusion between narcissism and predator and all the other, horrible things out there, the personality disorders. The divine masculine is nourishing, nurturing, powerful, strong, vulnerable, deep, mystical, knowing, wise. That's the divine masculine. This thing they've put out there that the masculine is supposed to be cold, detached, miserable, grumpy, caveman. It's just sabotaged, severed, lobotomized the masculine energy field on Gaia. As the divine feminine energies are taking root and anchoring in such a truly beautiful way, the feminine, almost literally as soon as she gets her footing, we're talking April, as soon as she gets her footing, she turns her attention to the masculine. Because in so many ways, the masculine energies have had it worse in some ways. So we're moving into a space of divine harmony, of the masculine and feminine within ourselves, of understanding if we're a guy that we can be vulnerable and strong at the same time. Ta-da! Of understanding if we're female that we can be vulnerable and strong at the same time. There's a divine balance, a divine harmony. So we're just going to take a little moment now to send some universal love frequencies out into Gaia's atmosphere, into Gaia's cosmos, if you like. Some healing vibrations as we listen to this or as we watch this. So taking a nice slow deep breath in, throat, chest and stomach, and release. And as we breathe in, we're going to draw our breath into our core, into our solar plexus. Drawing the breath in through the throat, clearing your throat, releasing any blocks, and into the chest and stomach. And as we draw the breath into our stomach, we are going to draw that universal love light energy, that sparkling cosmic light energy deep into our core. And it is strengthening and balancing and healing. Strengthening and balancing and healing. Release. And we're just going to close our eyes for a moment, if your eyes are already closed. Breathing into this sparkling, shimmering, emerald green light that is love vibrations, that is love frequencies. Connecting to this light And we draw this light down deep into the very core of our being, into our solar plexus. And as we draw this light into our solar plexus, we connect to the divine energies. We connect to our own masculine and feminine energies. And we're going to just have a little look at that. We're just going to kind of hang out in our solar plexus for a moment. Have a look at the feminine and the masculine. Can we see them integrating? Can we see them fusing? Can we see them merging? Floating in and out of one another? Or do they look rigid, separate, detached, afraid of each other? Breathing in and drawing that light breath deep into our core. And it strengthens and balances and heals our solar plexus. Release. Breathing in. And as we hang out in our solar plexus, as we drop into its frequencies, we're going to direct this healing light energy into our divine feminine self, healing her goddess vibration,